Alright, I am live. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and launch the game. I have the game ready to go. Let's see if I can manage my stream on my laptop so I can actually see what's going on here. And yeah, Pathfinder. There you go. Alright. Finally. Gosh, I've never streamed on YouTube before, and it's much more complicated than Twitch is, for no good reason. Nope, come here. There we go. Whew. Alright, so I don't know how YouTube streaming works and how the archiving and everything works. I'm hoping everything's smooth. Also, there's a delay in the stream. I tried to make it so there wasn't one, but it's still forcing a delay. Hopefully the sound and everything's okay. I didn't check any of that before I started streaming. I don't stream very often, as you guys probably know. But yeah, I will be playing this throughout spring break. I hope it didn't freeze. I know the game is notorious for its bad launches. Which I didn't have that problem until it was supposedly fixed, and then it started freezing on me when it would launch. I got the infinite loading screen, which might be the case here. Oh yeah, I know what it is. Okay. It's been so long since I played the game. When you launch it, shoot, I don't have to do all that. There was a way to... Come on. There we go. Alright, sorry. A small delay. I forgot. I have to minimize whenever I launch it, otherwise the game will freeze. So I have to do it this way. Go here. It's very complicated, but this is how it has to... I have to launch it every time. Sorry for the delay. I'll get it fixed. Alright, so do this. Minimize it. Let it load while it's minimized, and then we'll launch. We'll get into the game finally. Oh, it's such a doozy. Alright, finally. Let's jump into a new game. Main story, of course. I'll stick to challenging. Not really worried about changing any of the settings. Alright, new character, finally. Rough start. Alright, we'll pick yes. I'm gonna pick this portrait, because we will be starting as a thug. I will also be a half-orc. We'll go for like the dark green here. Number 4 or number 2? Go with number 2. Yeah, big body. I'm not gonna put any hair on him. I think that beard will be fine. Alright, so the plan is we will take the first level will be Thug. Well, hold on. What does Thug look like? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, black and gold will be fine. So the reason why we're taking Thug is because of its frightening feat, or whatever it's called. Whenever a thug successfully uses persuasion to demoralize a creature, the duration of the shaken condition is increased by 1 round. In addition, if the target is shaken for more than 4 rounds, the thug makes the target frightened for 1 round. And that's what we're going for here. the Fearbarian. So. Alright, then obviously we're just going to bump up our strength. Nope, not dexterity. Constitution. And charisma. Right, we can actually do it like that. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, athletics, and let's see. Persuasion. I never use that, but sure. I guess I'll grab... You know what? We'll grab trickery. Alright. So here I'm going to go ahead and grab my... Where's it at? It's been so long since I played. I might grab toughness in the beginning, because I do rely heavily on constitution. But I shouldn't be tanking, so actually I might not do that. Could grab intimidating prowess, but it's not useful at level 1. I don't need that. Where is... Oh, you know what? Yeah, we will just go... I don't want to grab toughness. I feel like it's a waste of a feat on this build. I haven't actually mapped out the build, so I'm not sure what would be best to start with. I will end up getting intimidating prowess. Let's just start with that. Why not?
I have no use for this.
All I see is blackness.
I shall not falter.
Yeah, I think it's one of the better... Well, actually I think the female orc portrait's the best portrait out of the orc portraits, but I will be playing it as a male, so it doesn't make sense to pick the female one. But I am starting as a thug, and this is very thug-esque, rogue-esque. So Don I'm picking. That was actually my nickname in high school. I've made the joke a few times on the channel. That's what they called me in high school, but they actually called me Don in high school. I feel like it's a good barbarian name, so... we are going to go Chaotic Evil this playthrough.
Forwards!
Enemy near.
Spell's not working like that.
And aggressive.
None shall escape!
Alright, so we're not going to be very strong early on, but that's fine. Also for this playthrough, I will not be reading the dialogue out loud. I've done it twice for 2 full Let's Plays. I'm going to just read it, and I guess I'll read my character's dialogue, but I won't be reading anything else out loud.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, Exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Yeah, there's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
I am literally 8 times your size.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Restov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Alright, it's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Let me know if the stream's quality's alright.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
So I'm keeping track of the stream on my laptop, but my laptop's a piece of junk, so it's hard to tell if the stream is actually good quality or not. Oh, never mind, it's because it's at 480. Put it on 1080p real quick. Okay, that looks fine. Alright, let's see. Yeah, what do you want from me?
Nothing weird, don't worry. I just wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Yeah, you picked the wrong person this time through.
It's not
Oh, sorry, this is nonsense.
Let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Let's see. Yeah, I have nothing against Tartuccio.
Really? Well, all right. But I hope you change your mind. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Alright, so for this streaming series, the next week I will stream every day, and I want every stream to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So I obviously won't beat the game in the next week. And then after that, it'll be a weekend thing. I'll try to stream every weekend, once a day. And hopefully beat the game before Wrath of the Righteous comes out. Anyway, anyone to talk to? Again, I'm not going to read all this dialogue again.
I won't be halted.
I've read all this twice before. I'm not going to burn my throat out on it again. Yeah, don't show me the tutorial. I had to reinstall the game today to start this stream, so... But yeah, if you want to hear me read all the dialogue, you can go and watch one of the 2 Let's Plays I've done of the game.
Help! Help!
Is this a joke?
No time for jokes. The mansion's under attack. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Oh, I'm not gonna go anywhere? Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
Out of my way!
Oh, what do I have equipped? Oh no.
Run them through! Let's hear you cry!
There we go.
We do it my way.
Yeah, let's go and collect all. Hey, what's going on, Jesse James? Welcome to the stream. There we go.
In time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Alright, I will equip it, because some armor class will be nice, since I am the front line for the party currently.
I deserve better.
Nope, not what to do. Yeah, use Acid Splash.
Onwards!
Serves you right.
They dare to attack me?
Oh, that was a sneak attack. It's pretty rough.
Die! Heal me quickly!
About to go down already.
This is not the end.
Fall down and get right back up. Nope. There we go. This is what? 1 to 6 and 1 to 8. Let's go and get rid of that as well. There we go. I do plan on using battle axes for my main character this playthrough. I was thinking about doing bastard swords and giving him the spoiler sword, but I was split about it because there's two other companions that use bastard swords. It's can anyone confirm if y'all lost sound? Besides Engalv? And it's challenging. I was thinking about doing unfair, but I do want to beat the game again before Wrath of the Righteous comes out. So sticking to challenging.
For you rats!
You deserved it.
Escape!
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood for Gorum!
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Alright, cool. So sound... Can you hear the game just fine? This is my first time ever using YouTube for streaming, so if it's... Might be a few bumps along the way. Because again, they don't make it easy. At Twitch, you can just put in your stream key and you're ready to go. YouTube's a little more complicated. Alright, awesome.
Anything else?
I am superior!
Leave this one to me.
Any last wishes? I'm writing you out of our story.
Alright. I keep hitting the wrong key. I'm also used to Baldur's Gate controls now, so I'm having a little bit of trouble with my hotkeys.
Boss, please.
Alright, cool.
I won't be halted.
So to make sure. I'm still new to the whole YouTube streaming stuff, so.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Gold. Interesting. How much?
A lot. Take a look.
Are you out of your minds? We're in the middle of a battle. Blood flowing in rivers as an army of assassins chases us. And you want us to rob our host? A noble feat, to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna 210 gold? Heck yeah. Am I encumbered now? Yeah. Don't need that. Won't need that either. So I will be mostly using the evil companions or neutral companions in my party this playthrough.
Oh, familiar faces.
Should be one of them.
I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Alright. Is she lawful? I can never remember. Neutral. Shoot. I think it was part of my plan for her. It's on a multi-classer.
Do it my way.
To being my the tank for my party.
Look here.
Applause, please.
Something out there.
Anything else?
So there's a couple of builds I've been wanting to try out in the game, and so that's what this playthrough is mostly for. Because I don't think Jathal has... Yeah, so she has toughness. Which means she hasn't, a weapon hasn't been picked for her, unlike Valerie. So I'm gonna make her into a sword and board tank. Instead of using a scythe like I've done in my previous two playthroughs.
You cannot stand against me. Yeah.
Onwards!
Alright, so here's the puzzle that I've messed up before. It's actually 2 puzzles in 1. All swords up and all swords down. I don't remember...
Speak.
I always have a second plan.
Alright, so his needs to go up. That puts that one down. Which
No
puts this one down.
stands in my way.
Ask.
I don't tolerate fools.
Nope. You need to do this one. Alright, I don't actually remember the solution to the puzzle off the top of my head. In case that wasn't clear. There we go. That's all up. Alright, now we gotta put them all down. Well, shoot. All but one. Yeah, the scythe, I mean, a couple of them are really neat, but it sucks that one of the second most powerful scythe has that stupid effect where when it crits, it hurts all your allies, or all living creatures. So it's a little frustrating to use.
What troubles you?
Alright. I had never struggled with getting them all up. It's getting them all down that I always have trouble with. Wait, 3, 6, 4, 3, 5, 6, 1. I figured it out before. I can do it again. Hold on.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Still this one. I keep forgetting to look at these 2 down here when I'm trying to put them all down, and that's what's throwing me off. So let's see.
You have my attention.
Alright, so that's almost all of them up again. But do that one. What do you do? It's still 1 up.
I will grant your request.
And still 1 up. So that's... Son of a gun. Okay.
State your desire.
Numbers of puzzle. So that's which ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? So is this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So all I do is hit 6 and 1.
Time's wasted.
Well, I mean, it doesn't... Yeah, I've already messed it up, so that's not gonna...
I'm losing my temper.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too.
Enlighten me.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Alright.
Patience is running.
Need to focus and see which ones actually control which ones. I'm just clicking stuff, so let's take our time. So this one controls those.
Request.
All this waiting bores.
I'm not actually bad at puzzles, you have to take my word for it. So that only controls the 2, this controls those 2.
I deserve better.
This controls those 3, so this one.
Let's move already.
And which one controlled this one?
I don't tolerate fools.
No one stands in my way.
Time's
Is it this one that
wasting.
controls that one?
Speak.
Enlighten me.
Battles await.
Yeah, I've never actually used that scythe on her because I didn't want to even risk it. Because I end up taking improved critical and everything on her, so I didn't want to even bother risking killing my party. I mean, the effect is really cool, again, for her, you know, what she is, the undead. Alright, I'm not making any progress here. Hold on.
Have a second plan.
I really want that wand of magic missile that's in there, so... figured this out before. I can do it again.
Share
If I could
your-
reset the puzzle.
I'm losing my temper.
You have my attention.
All this
Okay, it's just the one that's up now, and
bores
then that one. What controls? So one that controls just these two?
stands in my way. Let's move already.
Sorry, I'm stuck on this puzzle. I'm distracted. I'll get it. I'll get it.
State your desire.
Adventures call to them.
Oh man, sorry, I don't normally do this live. I'm nervous. You guys have put me under a lot of pressure here.
Just letting the ink dry.
Battles await. All this waiting bores me. No one stands in my way. I lead, you follow.
Nope, stay over here. You don't need to go over here.
Let's move already.
I deserve better.
Anything is possible. I wrote it like I saw it.
I almost got them all up again.
I don't
Huzzah.
tolerate fools.
I'm losing my temper.
Well, this is humiliating. I'll get this. All but the one. Alright. Which ones control that one? None of those. Not that one. That one controls that one.
What troubles you?
Enlighten me.
Request.
Battles await.
Okay, I think I got it. And I just lost it again.
No one stands in my way.
Because this one controls that one. This one controls those three.
My patience is running thin.
Because this one
All this waiting
This one isn't controlled by any of the other ones. Oh yeah, it is controlled by that one.
I always have a second plan. Time's wasting.
Oh, because I just reinstalled the game. I don't have any mods. No mods installed, no unique portraits or anything installed either.
I deserve better.
I'm losing my temper.
Adventures call.
You know what sucks about this? I've solved this puzzle before.
You have my
A few
attention.
times actually. Now I just am stuck.
I don't
What?
tolerate fools.
Battles await.
My patience is running thin.
No one stands in my way. Let's move already.
And Lindsay was called forth.
I'm losing my temper.
Oh shoot, I thought I had it. This one's still up. What a jerk.
Anything is possible.
I always have a second plan.
All this waiting bores me.
Oh darn it! I thought I controlled this one, not this one. Oh, I would have had it too. Son of a gun.
Time's wasting.
Nope, you stay there. You do this one.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Oh shoot, that one's up. Son of a gun. Thought I had it again. I mean, I could look up my own video and figure out the puzzle, but I'm not. I don't want to be that guy.
Just letting the ink dry.
Do this, do that, till this ever end.
Battles await.
I deserve.
If you're not watching live, feel free to skip ahead because this is ridiculous.
Enlighten me.
Adventures call to them.
No one stands in my way. Let's move already.
I don't tolerate fools.
You know what I'm gonna blame? I went to the gym for the first time. Oh, hey, I've never knew that. Thanks for the tip. I've never knew that. Sorry, I only have like 600 hours in the game or something, and all right. I'm not gonna look at chat for a second. I'm gonna figure out this puzzle. Just give me 1 second. So if I can get them all up, I can get them all down. Nope. And right there. Boom. See? That's how I stop looking at chat. I figured it out. It's you. I blame you guys. It wasn't me, it was you guys. I was overcomplicating it. Jathal's gonna be my tank companion this time. Instead of using a scythe, she'll be using a... maybe not a sword, but she'll be using a shield and some weapon. And she'll be efficient for most of the game that way, because she can't die. She's already undead. So. Oh, there we go.
Out of my way! Cut them to pieces! Run them through!
Strike worth a legend.
Unworthy.
Loot is always worth it.
Everything is so much
You take that
fun
back.
with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Yeah, you sound like a Kalashite, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
Yeah, I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
Let's see, can we use any other... Yeah, I just chose Orc because I'll show you here in a second. There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're headed, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
Yeah, the reason why I chose an Orc for this build is because of the, where's it at? No, that's from Thug. Intimidating. Here we go. Half-orcs receive a +2 racial bonus on persuasion checks when used to intimidate due to their fearsome nature. And the build is focused around intimidation checks. So that's why I chose an orc. But yeah, you can do it without an orc. And honestly, I think a class that relies on charisma would probably be a little better for it. It's like a paladin or an eldritch scion.
I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Yeah, we'll intimidate. Quit the act. Stand and fight, or I'll really send you to your final rest.
How rude, speaking to a dying man that way. Look, I can't even move. What? It can't be. But I'm gravely wounded. I can't even stand on my own 2 feet. Watch. Yeah. It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god. Not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Aaron is at your service.
But yeah, like any other race would probably work just as well. Humans work well for basically any build. Is it the Angelkin Aasimar that gives you strength and charisma? Would arguably be better than an orc. Because you get a full charisma bonus instead of just an intimidation bonus. As well as the strength bonus, which is important for the build as well. Forgot. What's this way?
My search was not in vain.
We do it my way.
I keep forgetting I have to hold down tab to reveal names and stuff. I'm thinking that it's... Is there a toggleable thing for that? I've always held tab. But I know there's a toggleable option for in Baldur's Gate for it.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
And who are you?
Keston, House Gares, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or 2.
And what's going on here?
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamande to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fame, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Do you need help putting... I'm not going to ask that. I'm evil. What am I doing? Well, I'm also chaotic. Yeah, do you need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
Your best people? Firefighters?
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Alright, where's the hall?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
Alright, well, I'll go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
May Abadar keep you safe.
Yeah, or Grodus, or, whoever. I cannot talk. I will read the events. And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Don Don, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jummandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs, and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Don Don led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall, when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are 2 more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jummandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Don Don... Actually, you know what? I'm split about this because rescuing the guards actually has an impact on her quest later on. I don't think it's a significant part of the quest. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I save the guards or just ignore them? I've never not saved the guards before. So I'm tempted not to, because I don't really care what happens to Valerie, but finishing her quest does give me more experience. I would like to hit level 20 this playthrough. Yes, I am playing Chaotic Evil because I want to get the secret advisor, and I want to also vassalize Tartuccio. I don't think there's any immediate repercussions for not saving the guards. I think it's just for Valerie's quest later on. It's one of the dialogue options. So, save him? Alright, that's the first one I saw. We're gonna save him. Oh, or so be evil. Okay, well I have 2 of them. Yeah, let's mix it up. We'll abandon the guards. Alright, shout out to Valerie that she should leave them and join us to help Jummandi Aldori. Alright, Valerie hesitated. For this valiant warrior, 2 things came above all else: loyalty to her pledge and duty to her comrades in arms. Now, she had to choose one over the other. Don Don showed exceptional eloquence. No easy thing with the flames roaring all around. With a heavy sigh, Valerie stopped arguing and followed us to the dome of the banquet hall, where the battle was already in full swing. Those poor guards. Well, now can't say I feel good about it, but...
You follow.
Let us strike as one!
None shall escape! Pile on.
Do not falter!
This is not.
We're good, I'm already down. Whew.
Serves you
I'm pretty sure I'm about to die. Or not. Negative 14?
You deserved it.
Oh, what spells you got, buddy? There we go.
This one to me. Just die already.
All right. I wasn't micromanaging my party at all there, so. Actually, let's go ahead and grab everything. Alright, anything worth equipping on anybody? 7. She's probably not going to be going with us anyway. She's going to pick to go with the other party. We'll give her the breastplate since it's lighter, and let's see. I'm going to give her the Masterwork Light Mace, and do we have a regular shield? There we go. She will be our frontliner, so let's get her geared up for it. Oh, need a... Oh no, I don't. I'm not over encumbered. Where is Jamandi?
Thank you for your valor and bravery.
I'll answer your question in just a
The enemy
second.
was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you.
Sorry, I hit my desk.
I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
I could take all their stuff and sell it, but it's not very valuable. It's worth like, what, 2 and 3 gold a piece? And I usually don't buy anything until later on anyway. But as for Tartuccio being a companion, you cannot. He's only a companion up to this point. And you can kind of get him, well, you can get him as a companion in the last act of the game. When you go to the house at the edge of time. But you have to make certain decisions, and that's why I'm going Chaotic Evil in hopes of recruiting Tartuccio. And,
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know
yeah, you're
who
right.
among
Every
us
coin does
works
count.
for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Yeah, Tartuccio is trying to set me up. He's the one who gave me this ring.
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious.
Yeah, except in Underrail. Oh no, that didn't stop me though. If you watch my Underrail Let's Play, then you know that I still took everything I could with me for most of the game.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Yeah, give me your shirt. There you go. Good luck. Smack them on the butt as they walk by. You're right. Alphabet would have thrived in any other game, except for Underrail.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy, and the mug of a spy!
In the eye of a spy.
Lady Eldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it. And not just that. Upon finding the guards' salaries in the armory, he immediately pocketed it all.
Oh boy. 15. Probably not going to pass this one. So what if we did? The guards weren't able to handle their responsibilities, so we decided we should teach them a lesson.
I see you don't scare easily. You'll do well in the Stolen Lands. But I'm going to have to ask you to return the money.
Oh man, well, that sucks. But I succeeded, so hey, 18 experience, I'll take it. Yeah, you asked me about it last night, Bigsby.
Of course, theft is not to be condoned. But when the fire burns around you, and you are but one step away from death, would it not be insane to worry about laws and rules? I see this not as a crime, but as a unique wisdom visiting us as we stood at the face of oblivion.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authorities be a leader himself?
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? Some scoundrels set your mansion on fire, and as we were approaching the room, we saw your brave guards, your underlings, dying in the fire, begging to be saved. And what did our leader do? He passed right on by, mercilessly leaving them to their fates. Simply heartless.
Heartless? So what? I'm not going to worry about guards' lives when their ruler's life is at stake.
It's a cruel reality. But on the battlefield, sometimes such decisions have to be made.
I can't believe I passed both of those.
It was perfectly reasonable. Just the way a leader should think.
Well, thank you, Jathaw.
How could you say such a monstrous thing? Is that the way the hero of my book would talk? You sound more like a villain.
I never asked to be the hero in your book, Lindsay. You're a stalker. You're stalking me and cataloging everything that I do. It's a little creepy.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Eldori, most of those who are to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If Tartuccio allows, I would join his team. Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
That's fair. This gives you a good reason for why she chose that, because I mean, Tartuccio also sucks. Like, he doesn't seem like a person that Valerie would follow either.
And I like our leader. What wisdom lies in minding orders, laws, and rules in the face of oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow? I will go with his team.
Thanks, Harem.
I like how our leader does things. Efficient, and without unnecessary spiritual agonizing. I'll go with him.
Efficient? I'd say heartless. Would the protagonist of my book do such a thing? No. I guess I'd better go with Tartuccio.
What? I didn't realize that she would go with Tartuccio. I thought it'd be Amiri and Valerie. I thought Lindsay stayed with you no matter what. Man, I didn't know that. As I've never gone this route before. I always end up lawful good.
As for me, I know neither of these two. At least, not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
Yeah, I never optimized my mercantilism in Underrail. I just kind of picked up a bunch of crap, sold it. Eventually I had so much stuff in my locker I didn't feel like selling it anymore, but I had enough money to get through or buy everything I needed, so I was usually pretty set. It also helped that I didn't need ammunition because I was a spear build.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have two teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Yeah, it's weird that Lindsay isn't going with me, since she's supposed to catalog our adventure. If she's not there for the first part of it, she can't catalog that part, at least not reliably.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
I don't know if I'm going to actually pursue the, what's it called? Crap, the unique dueling sword you get for finishing, or killing the Stag Lord within 30 days. Because I don't need a dueling sword. And if I do that, it's going to speed up the other chapters. Because the first 3 months are stagnant. But if you kill the Stag Lord, then it starts the countdown for the next chapter. So if I can use that full 3 months to explore and get everything done that I want to get done, I think that would be better.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Yeah, you're probably right, Lennon. She does have a stealth, I think, as one of her starting skills, so she's probably following me around. I do really like Jathal's artwork. Though the scythe here, it looks almost like stone.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
You're not at my party, Lindsay. You need to go somewhere. Oh, we're in rough shape. Alright, sorry. Harem can tank the Thyselenes.
You cannot stand against me.
Tear them apart!
I think with this party we don't have any ranged
Unworthy.
any ranged characters. So for those of you who don't know, when the game first came out, that first random encounter wasn't Thyselenes, it was wolves. And it was much harder, because wolves, every time they attack, they have a chance to trip you. And,
When we stop.
This game used to be a lot harder when it first came out. They rebalanced it so it's not people when you get stuck on the first random encounter.
My strength,
I require rest.
Bye, Bakken. I'll see you in a little bit.
patience.
We do it my way.
I feel kind of weird not reading this out loud, but I don't want to go through all that dialogue again. Bandits are, maybe I'll summarize. The bandits are demanding tax and beer. And they're looking for Oleg's wife. And obviously Kressel is kind of standing up for it because Kressel is not... She knows Oleg and Svetlana. Alright, so yeah, Oleg is talking back, and then he sees us. And what's going on here? And Oleg's explaining the situation. Thugs are trying to rob him by claiming taxes, yada yada. Alright, so requires evil. I'll spare you the trouble and just collect this tax from Oleg for myself. You could try to stop me, I suppose. It might even be amusing. That's so... I don't like that line. It's very edgelordy. I am playing Wrath of the Righteous the day that it comes out. Don't you worry about that. And I already have a character planned out. Based on what's been released. The races and classes that have come out. Yeah, I don't like that first sentence. The Sword Lords sent me to wipe out the filth around here anyway. Huh. Well, thanks, Jathal. I'm glad you're enjoying my company. And he's accusing us of being worse than the bandits. And then Kressel looks us up and down. And she's going to tell the Stag Lord about what we did. Good news is that we leveled up. Alright, so now we go Barbarian. But I'm going to go Invulnerable Rager. Fast movement and rage. Athletics, persuasion, perception, and mobility. And he's just going to go straight cleric. Nothing fancy about harem.
My strength fades.
Alright, so Jathal, I'm thinking about going fighter. Where's it at? So it's right above Inquisitor. And going Tower Shield Specialist. So she can use a Tower Shield. Because Harem will use the best heavy shield that we have, and she'll use the best Tower Shield that we find. Now, I only want to do one rank of it, though. Maybe I'll just do all ranks of fighter. I guess I could go Sword and Board Inquisitor. Because of the spells and stuff she gets. So yeah, maybe this will be better. I think both use heavy shields. Because there's some heavy shields are like the same. We'll split. I mean, I guess we go with Inquisitor here. Perception, of course. Do Low Religion, Athletics, Knowledge Arcana. Use Magic Device. Bless, of course. Barbarian. Actually, she might not be bad going Alchemist first. Vivisectionist. There we go. Type of character I'm going in Wrath of the Righteous. I'm going to be playing a Cavalier. At least that's the plan as it stands. I want to do a... It's a little bit about me. My favorite historical figure is Alexander the Great.
Speak.
And so the character is going to be kind of built around his aesthetic. But I'm also a huge fan of the Blood Knights in Warhammer Fantasy. And so what I'm probably going to do is pick the Dompier, the half-vampire race, and make a Cavalier out of him, or out of that. And so it'll be like a Blood Knight version of Alexander the Great. Yeah, that was one of my thoughts when I selected Inquisitor there. I was thinking, I don't know. I was thinking about making her use a tower shield. I think I'll just have her use like a regular heavy shield or something. Because this way she also gets her teamwork feats, which will be better with Harem as well, and they can share teamwork feats. Alright, Oleg, let's do some trading. I had hoped that me and the bandits would kill each other. He's concerned about the bandits coming back. He's concerned about his wife. Okay, so she's apologizing for the bandits. Alright, let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they? And when will they arrive? The Stag Lord's gang. Talk about how the bandits will come back within half a day or so. Alright, tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there, and what do they want? Let's see. They take what they want, so they want everything. They want money. Broke the gate. And if it wasn't for his wife, he would have fought him already. They claim they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord. Because they work for the Stag Lord. Yada yada yada. Okay. So lawful evil or chaotic neutral. I think I'm gonna go chaotic neutral. I like the response better. I think it fits my barbarian a little better. I'll help you. I'm not really interested in your post, but I never back down from a good fight. And he'll even give us a reward, even though we just took money from him for helping defend his outpost. Hide his wife. Need to decide on a plan. Okay. Here's some tar, solid traps, and a box of alchemist fire. Alchemist fire. We could put it by the gate, light it off with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. They could catch the post on fire. Okay. Can you answer a few more questions for me? Tell me more about yourselves. Just honest people from Restov. He keeps just talking about the bandits. That's all he's worried about. He's too worried about his safety. Here I am trying to be a good adventurer and ask him some questions. I saw someone run out of the trading post. Do you know who it was? It was Bakken, sells potions. He's a hermit. Okay. Oleg, I'd like to see your goods. Alright, let us... Oh. Gonna keep the torches for now. A little bit of money. Yeah, go ahead and sell all this stuff. Oh, what is this? Oh. Okay, and that should be it for now. Oh, does he have a Masterwork Battle Axe? Perfect. I could use a Falcard. No. I'm gonna do a Battle Axe. The Scimitar plus 1, I can't afford that. Can't afford the Bag of Holding yet either. I can afford that though. Alright man, thanks for stopping by. And participating in the chat. Oh no, that was the wrong axe. Whoopsies. Well, I feel silly. Great axe, that's what I needed. Lost a little bit of money, that's fine. I don't remember my quick save. There it is. I haven't saved once this whole time, so really risking it there. Alright, let's talk to Bakken. Local herbalists, yada yada. Tell me about yourself. He's an herbalist, makes potions, gathers herbs, roots, and berries, lives off the forest and the land. He's a merchant. Alright, we could use your help fighting the bandits. He gave me 1 potion of cure light wounds. A coward's excuse, how predictable. The bandits here bother you as much as Svetlana and Oleg, maybe more. Help us get rid of them for good. Oh, I haven't failed a diplomacy check yet. This is awesome. I'm swimming in experience. Bakken scratches his head. Then I'm not going to read it out loud. I gotta break that habit. Alright, someone might write verses about him. Maybe even heroic ones. But not Lindsay, because she's not here to see it. So. There we go, we got some backup for the upcoming fight.
Head on.
Oh yeah, more stuff to sell. Oh man, it's been 82 minutes already? Hot dog. Time is flying by when you're having fun. You know, except for the whole statue puzzle thing. But other than that, it's been a blast. Some disgusting slush in the pot. It's tar. Yeah, spill tar near the trading post entrance. Oh, here we go. I think these are traps. Yeah, some good steel traps in the box. Use the traps to help catch the bandits. When we're waiting, I think we get healed. I hope we do. If not, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble.
We do it my way.
Alright, let's also set up our party real quick. So she'll be on the front line. With him right behind, and then we'll be a little bit further back.
I lead, you follow.
Was there anything over here? I think I just checked over here. Alright. We can't go inside yet. Alright. Let's quick save before I do anything else.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Yeah, well, welcome aboard, big guy. Chiso? Sorry, my laptop's sitting a little ways away from me, so I can't read people's names very well. Oh, Scarlet Hardy, I responded to your question, but were you talking about Wrath of the Righteous, or were you talking about this one, Kingmaker? Because I answered the Wrath of the Righteous with the Cavalier half-vampire. But if it's this one, I'm doing a 1 level of Thug and then 19 levels of Barbarian. He's going to be a Fearbarian. And I have Orc selected for the bonus he gives to Intimidate, since the build's going to be based around Intimidation. I'm playing an Orc. Oh, I just answered that. I'm playing an Orc. 1 level of Thug, and then 19 levels of Barbarian. I'm taking Thug for its... where is it at? For its frightening effect, and then Orc for his intimidating effect, wherever that's at. Yeah. Alright, let's wait for the attack. I'm prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. Alright. I'm not easily cowed. Don't worry, Oleg will be fine. He's an essential NPC.
Scared? You should be.
I'll let them come to me. I'm not gonna try and get the tar. I don't have to do anything. No, I can't die, so I can just chill out. We actually exited combat.
I'm superior.
Alright, screw it, we'll push through. I don't think, and the reason why I'm not playing on Unfair as well, is because I don't think that my build is going to be super efficient. It's just something fun that I wanted to try out. That's why I'm playing on Challenging again. Yeah, good job, Bakken. It's a good thing I twisted his arm and succeeded at my diplomacy check. And I don't like passing all these early diplomacy checks. It means I'm not going to have any luck later on the important ones. Can I sell stuff to him real quick? Nope. Have to do it tomorrow. You're right, I do love Harem. It'll be, yeah, Jathal, Harem, Kalika, and Canera. Mostly Canera. And I have a hard time not using Ekendio, but he's not going to fit with the theme of the party, so I'll probably kick him out. I'll probably end up using Jubilost in place of Ekendio. And I don't want to use a Miri, because I already have 3 melees. So... I'm not actually settled on the last one yet. It might be Knock Knock, even though he is melee as well. And I haven't used Knock Knock for a full playthrough yet, so that'll also mix up this this playthrough.
Onwards.
Supposedly he can become very, very powerful.
Got it.
I can't attest to that because again I've never used them. I don't usually like melee rogues. All right, here's all my bonus stuff for the. Can we not identify any of that? I'll give this to her. There we go. Constitution and Resistance, yeah, we'll give this to my main character. Sure. Works for me. Give her some more blesses. There we go. I guess I can give that to him. Alright, woke up from a nasty dream. A lot of thick fog. Okay.
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
It seems that only I can see or hear the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
I'm glad my adventure begins with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
Begone, spirit. I've had enough of you. No. What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
And how can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
All right, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger, but our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
All right. So we have Tiger, who will accompany me. Actually, this gives me a bonus to perception, right? Or is it this one? Yeah, so actually this will probably go to Jathal. Tiger wasn't initially going to be in Wrath of the Righteous, but supposedly there's been so many requests to have Tiger added to Wrath of the Righteous that the developers are considering putting Tiger in the next game. So I'll actually give that to him. I can. There we go. All right.
We do it my way.
All right, so she has a request for us. And what did you want to ask me? It's a personal request. It may not be important enough for me. She'll understand if I say no. The thugs took their money and her wedding ring. She remembers how she got the ring when Oleg proposed. She talks about the dark-haired woman who dual wields axes. That was Kressel that we talked to when we first arrived at Oleg's. Yeah, I can't promise anything, but if I do come across your ring, I'll return it to you. Alright, and she appreciates it. Alright, tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea. Didn't realize how dangerous it was. And other stuff. Alright. And what can you tell me about the Stag Lord? So he's going to turn the Stolen Lands into his own kingdom. Yeah, in life, you either inspire fear or cower from it. I prefer to be the one who's feared. Very Machiavellian approach. Yep, but life without hope is just too bitter. Honoriel. And who are you? She's Honoriel 8 Eyes. Used to be famous. Yeah. And what are you doing here? Ha! 2,000 gold pieces at level 2. It's expensive. And for those of you who don't know, she's who you can hire mercenaries through. So if you don't want to use like the narrative companions, you can hire mercenaries. Yeah, and why are you called 8 Eyes? Used to be a very good archer. She drinks a lot, so... And she's also old, I think, right? Yeah, outlived her nickname, so... where were you when the trading post was attacked? Hunting. Lost in the mist. She's not scared of a good fight. Yeah. Would you like to join me? No. Alright. Famous Pathfinder, here in the middle of nowhere. Why? Yeah, she has a pretty sad story. Honestly, I want it. Her story sounds really cool. I'd like to be able to play through it, but it's fine. She talks about how she's a famous Pathfinder. Does anyone know if Honoriel 8 Eyes is actually part of the the tabletop? If she's part of the Kingmaker module or a different module? Because I know Amiri is, and I think that Tristian is as well. They're both parts of the tabletop. Jubilost as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and again, if you want me to read, if you want to hear me read all this out loud, I do recommend watching the Let's Plays. Because if you just made it to the stream, I will not be reading these out loud again. Alright, I want to know more about the Pathfinder Society. Which I guess it doesn't make sense if I'm clicking on all the dialogue options if I'm not going to read them out loud, but I don't like leaving dialogue unexplored. What is the purpose of the society? What kind of members does the society have? All sorts. Representatives from all races, religions, beliefs. Many renowned heroes in the society and scoundrels as well. And what does the society support? Or who does the society support? Doesn't serve anybody. If you're familiar with the Elder Scrolls, a good comparison would be like the mages and fighters guilds. How they aren't supposed to have loyalty to any of the kingdoms that they inhabit. They're just a guild that exists everywhere. Alright, we'll talk about this later. Regarding your story. Remind me how the last campaign of the Reckless Six began. We've already read all that. And what happened in Renchurch? And she won't tell us about this until we progress to the story a little further. Alright, let me hide this darn. There we go. Alright. Alright. We're gonna talk? Alright, we're just talking. You don't like it? Depends on what we're talking about. If it's about monsters, swords, or scars, or cars, or wrestling, or sports, then sure. Tell me about yourself. I caught her off guard by asking her about herself. So last time I played this, it bugged out. Her personal quest bugged out, so I didn't finish it. On my first playthrough, I completed it. But not last time. What's it like to be a barbarian in the Six Bears tribe? Big and strong. Cut a monster in half with one swing. It's a shame that you can't hit anybody with that sword that you have. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become as strong as you are. No, she wasn't trained. The boys are trained, but she was not. She's still a better fighter than all the boys in her tribe. What does the realm of the Mammoth Lords look like? Huge and freezing. The tribes hunt, orcs are fast. They're nomads. Very Great Plains-like. Giants and mammoths. Sometimes demons too. And mastodons. I almost decided to go for the Mad Dog Barbarian and have a mastodon companion. Or animal companion. But I'm gonna go for the Invulnerable Rager instead. Why did you leave your tribe? Because they were jerks. Cowards and scoundrels. Yeah. So then I'm going to call it an episode, or call it a stream after I finish talking to all the companions. And then in the next one we'll pick up with actual adventuring. They called her the Soft Chieftain. Like a werewoman was a funny joke. She stops, breathing heavily, sweat beading on her forehead. She left. Cowards, scoundrels, and sissies they were. You're quite a good fighter. Oh, good, huh? Compared to who? If I was a crappy male, I'd fight better. Is that what you say? Or go get some training. We'll go with chaotic here. You're very good in a fight. You're an excellent warrior. I've just given you a compliment. That's all. She remains suspicious. True. I fight good. That's what I do best. Yeah, you're rather rude, you know. You bet. Big and strong fighter. Oh, well, thanks for telling me. Let's talk about something else. So why did you leave your tribe? And what's the story about the Frost Giants? Alright, she won't tell us now. We have to progress the main story. That's a formidable sword, but it's not a simple weapon, is it? Or it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not simple. Check out how big it is. So her sword is unique. It has a... Because it's a ginormous weapon, it has a penalty. It's like a -2 to hit. But you can get it upgraded later on. And when she does hit with it, it does a crap ton of damage. But her personal quest will get it upgraded. Or it can get it upgraded if you choose the right path. Yeah, and also for her personal quest, it belonged to a Frost Giant before she got it. That's important to remember. Well, thanks for talking with me. Let's speak again later. Don't worry, we'll get our fair share of monster killing. Don't you fret. Alright, Jathaw. I'd like to hear your story. She's an exile from Keonan. She was died and was raised by Urgathoa. And who are you before your exile? She comes from nobility or wealth, a high position in the courts. She was a... I guess he was a prosecutor, right? Who did you kill and why? Family. 4. But why is the more interesting question, yeah. Yeah, so basically, she's, if you're familiar with the Eldar from Warhammer 40,000, she's like the epitome of the Eldar before the fall, before Slaanesh was born. And because of the Eldar like her, Slaanesh was born. Basically, she wanted to continue, because elves they live forever. She didn't want things to get boring. So... And so she turned to Urgathoa, and she had to kill her family, or members of her family, in a ritual. Yeah, and it caused her mind to whirl at every sensation, each sip of wine or silken caress. First one she killed was her cousin. And then she kept killing her family until she was found out. In the end, we all live for ourselves. The lives of others shouldn't outweigh our own. And she concurs. Yeah, playing Chaotic Evil is going to be really easy to appeal to her sense of morality. Do you have family in Kyonin? Anyone who is dear to you? She has a daughter, and that's important for later as well. Is exile your only punishment for murder? For an elf, exile is a serious punishment. How did you die? What happened after? This is also important for her story, as she doesn't remember her death. I think she wandered aimlessly. Yep, then she was reborn as the undead. Hail the Inquisitor. That is all. It's weird that Urgathoa doesn't give her any guidance. It's interesting to me because of what happens depending on what you choose for her personal quest down the line. There's... I don't want to spoil anything in case you haven't played through the game before. So I'm trying not to give too much away. But there's a... It's possible for her to stop following Urgathoa later on, and it's weird that Urgathoa, as a god, should recognize that and doesn't give her any guidance. I just don't understand. Alright, tell me about your birthplace. Yeah, Kyonin, it's a place of the elves. Elves always kind of fit into the same stereotype, no matter which world they come from. Whether it's the Elder Scrolls, Pathfinder, Warhammer. It's all the same. Their homelands are always the same. Alright, enough talking about your past. What is it like to be undead? Personally, or what powers? Do you regret not being alive anymore? You become powerful. That's all that matters. It's much better than the life of ordinary mortals, and even elves. She'd prefer to have both, but she'll have to be content. How do healing spells, prayers, and potions affect you? Dreadfully, yeah. Yep, it's pretty standard for undead in most RPGs. You don't need to sleep, right? Yep, she doesn't need to. She never gets exhausted, which is another good reason to have her in your party, especially early on. And what about, carnal pleasures? It doesn't do anything for her. That's probably why she's not one of the romance options in the game. Oh, thank you. I have no more questions about this. Tell me about your goddess. she knows less about Urgathoa and than other people. Because she didn't choose Urgathoa. Well, she did, I guess, early on. But she was only using Urgathoa, and then Urgathoa chose her to be an Inquisitor, so... why is the cult of Urgathoa forbidden in much of Golarion? Because Golarion is plagued by narrow-minded cowards. And it's either because they're afraid of Urgathoa or afraid of Pharasma. What does Urgathoa require for followers? To enjoy. Yep, that's it. Just like Slaanesh. Does Urgathoa feud with the other gods? Not Urgathoa, but Pharasma still tries to call it her order, and Serenray to heal her. What does it mean to be an Inquisitor of Urgathoa? She has no idea. Again, she didn't choose to be an Inquisitor. Yeah, so Urgathoa has never told her mission. And what do you know of Urgathoa herself? Once a mortal woman, basking in life and all the pleasures. Her passion was so strong that she rebelled against Pharasma, against death itself and its laws. She escaped from the Lady of Graves, which is interesting because Pharasma is usually depicted as the most powerful of the gods in Pathfinder. So for her to have escaped from Pharasma, she's got to be pretty powerful herself. Alright, enough about this for now. Oh, get out of here. Got a bug flying around. Alright, there we go. And what made you follow me? Curiosity. The need for a reliable ally and probably protection. Just concerned about assassins. Okay. But why do these assassins follow you? She doesn't know. Can't be sent by the queen. And she was exiled. That was her punishment, so... But we'll find out more about the assassins later on. I've decided I... Oh, no. Alright, thank you for the conversation. Oh, there's Harem. Walked right past him. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. That doesn't matter. So, Harem reminds me a lot, if y'all are familiar with, oh, I don't remember the movie. The DC movie. Where like, Batman fights Owlman. Harem reminds me a lot of Owlman. They have the same kind of philosophy. Tell me about your past. It's divided into two parts. Where he served Torag, and then when he accepted Grotus. And where are you from? Larad. They served the Dwarven gods Torag, Angrid, and Megrim, Torag's wife Fulgrit, and his daughter Bolka. And his sons Grundanar, Coles, and Trud, and also Torag's sister Drongvit. Wouldn't be surprised if they built a temple to Torag's pet dog. Second largest city in the Five Kings Mountains. Can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cleric. You once tried to serve Torag? Yeah, this part, I mean, the rest of this isn't going to be very exciting. It's just going through all the dialogue. Which isn't super exciting for me, because I've been through this part like 5 times. Yeah, so he accuses Torag of turning away from him. And this thing is still left open to interpretation what actually happens with him. Again, we'll get to that as we get to his, as we proceed down his quest line. So basically Harem cannot create anything. He couldn't make armor, sword, or a nail. Like he just couldn't... He can't craft. Even if Torag really has rejected you, is that enough reason to leave your homeland? You don't know much about dwarves. Yeah, you can't live in a city devoted to Torag if he's been abandoned by Torag. Then he became an alcoholic. I think he still battles with alcoholism. He never directly says it, but I think it's addressed. Yeah, Harems is one of my favorite stories. By far. Like, I think him and Jubilost have two of the two most rewarding companion stories, and Jathos to an extent. Definitely, if you go with her good ending, it definitely catches me off guard. Or caught me off guard the first time. I didn't think dwarves ever worshipped Grotus. How did you learn about him? Yeah, so I heard a whisper, supposedly from Grotus. They went to a forest and found a temple, a ruined temple, found basically a cult of Grotus's followers meeting. Wait, so you couldn't make even a simple nail, and you blame Torag? He wasn't happy about that comment. I'm an ignorant and blind soul. Okay. I'd like to learn more about dwarves. He doesn't have a very high opinion of his race. Tell me about the Five Kings Mountains. The Dwarven Kingdom. The dwarves always lived on the surface. Nope, they used to live beneath the surface. Then they pursued the quest for the sky. And then the dwarves that remained below turned into the Duergar, or the Grey Dwarves. Tell me about the Sky Citadels. The Peaks of Creation. I would like to go to the Five Kings Mountains in one of these games. I want to see how it's portrayed in game. Yeah, the dwarf and orc conflict. That's also something in Warhammer. Alright, I'd like to talk about your god, Grotus. And he's happy about that. What are Grotus's teachings about in a nutshell? I'm going to start clicking through this stuff, because again, I've read through it a few times. I'll read it, but I'm not going to keep summarizing it. Phrasma has Grotus locked in her boneyard, so she is stronger than Grotus? Usually clerics can speak with their gods. What does Grotus say to you? What is his will? And Grotus doesn't speak to his clerics. Right. Oh, thanks for telling me about Grotus. I've learned enough for now. It was interesting to learn about him. No more, no less. Yeah, so his intent is to teach me about Grotus as we travel. Have you ever regretted your decision to abandon Torag and start worshipping Grotus instead? Yeah, thanks for understanding. I've spent... all the dialogue in this game is... It's been exhausting to read. In my first playthrough, I have an hour and a half long episode where I read all the dialogue in the capital city. Yeah, it was a doozy. And don't misunderstand me, the dialogue in the game is good. And I enjoy it, but playing for an audience, it's a little different than playing for myself. But honestly, now that yeah, Valerie does seem to fall off. But I do like her companion quest, though. I do like her story. Not as much as Harems or Jubilost's. But yeah, she does seem to fall off. My first playthrough, she kind of held her own for most of the game. But I also didn't multi-class her into Monk the first time. The second time around I did, and she seemed to be a little better. I feel like the companion that falls off the hardest late game would probably be Amiri. But I guess if you keep her safe, she does hit harder. So yeah, probably Valerie would probably be the weakest. From what I've heard, Grotus doesn't spare the minds of his clerics. They all go insane eventually. Is that true? Yeah, sanity is a quite relative concept. It's a fair argument. Yeah, well, your eagerness is commendable. I'll give you that. I'm glad you noticed it. Alright, well, thanks for the conversation. We'll talk later. Alright, Bakken, let's get your quests. Well, the AI always focus whoever they see first. But of course, they have like AoE skills and stuff. Though I found with the bosses, like Vorticai and stuff, that no matter what I did, he would always focus Octavia. He always focused the squishiest member of my party. I'll grab a handful of those, and that should be all we need for right now. Go ahead and grab that as well.
I won't be halted.
Can I help you in any way? I think Chaotic Evil has the more options than Lawful Evil. I mean, Evil, you can get like a secret advisor and stuff with the Evil playthrough, but if you do Chaotic Evil, you can get more stuff. Specifically in like Chapter 2 for Chaotic. And then Chapter 4 for Evil. Gotta go deal with those darn spiders. Ugh. The bane of every new player. Why do you need fangberries and moonradishes, Bakken? And he'll tell me after I bring them. Alright, well, I'll try to help. Alright, I already read all that stuff, so I'm not going to read it again. Remind me what you do here. It's an herbalist's. Yeah. I think we all read this when we first talked to him. Yeah, Chaotic Evil has a bad reputation, but so does Chaotic Neutral. Those are the murder hobo alignments. I tried to do Lawful Neutral my last playthrough, but I have such a hard time not being Lawful Good. the bandit breaker. Talking about the fog. Show me your wares. Well, I sold anything I needed, right? Tell me about yourself. Why open a trading post in such such a dangerous place? Yeah, the only reason I'm playing Chaotic Evil is so I can get the secret companion and the secret advisor. So I've never done it before. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Do you know of anything that could help me find him? And what else can you tell me about the Stag Lord? Yeah, and also with Lawful, well, depending on your class, but almost everybody multi-classes into Monk, into Scaled Fist for that armor class bonus. Alright, cool. Well, I got all my quests and stuff, so I'll go stand over here, then we're gonna call it an episode. Yeah, well, kind of a secret companion. He's only available for the last act. He's not really... I don't really consider him a secret companion because he's only available for, like, again, the last act of the game. But you recruit him technically in Chapter 2. No, Tartuccio is not an advisor. There's a secret advisor, and then Tartuccio can potentially be a companion at the end of the game, depending on your choices. Vorticai is the secret advisor. And then Tartuccio can be a companion. So I am going for both of those this playthrough. Okay, we're at the 2-hour mark. I am going to call the stream here. We'll pick up here in tomorrow's stream. So, tomorrow's stream will probably be a little earlier. Today I was a little behind schedule. So just keep an eye out if y'all are interested. If not, again, I'll try to upload these to YouTube as well. So if you do miss the stream, it'll still be there. Tartuccio is the companion. Aang. I think I'm saying your name right. Aang. If you have any questions or comments before I close out the stream, good, let me know and give myself a manual save. Yeah, everybody that stopped by, came out for the stream, thanks for coming by. Thanks for interacting. Always like talking to people about the game. Also, don't be afraid to talk about Wrath of the Righteous or the Baldur's Gate 3 impressions or any other new games that are coming out. Encased, Wasteland 3, or anything. I keep up with all the games, so I feel like I have a general knowledge on most upcoming games. But that's going to do it for today. Again, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting the stream. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Let me exit out of this and stop the stream. I don't have my hotkeys set up for my stream yet, so